There's a folly amongst animal lovers. I'm not sure if they're in the right minds or whether they're idiots or something. And to me, there are a variety of things out there that suggest that somebody isn't thinking straight. I saw the other day this guy has a big dog. It's about, let me say, a 3-year-old dog. He got it up in his arm, and the dog head over his shoulder. And some of them have them in the bosom, and a variety of ways they're carrying them around. One fell on the plane, bringing his dog, and the dog barking in the plane, in some bag and all this kind of stuff. Others get pythons, others get big cats, tigers. I've never seen anybody have a lion, I don't know. I don't know, I've never heard of anybody with alligator also. Dogs and cats and monkeys and so forth. And as a child growing up, I had a dog, and I liked the dog, and got killed on the road, and it affected me to a certain extent. But in our cultures, we are so poor that dogs and animals don't feature that prominently in our lives. They don't stay in our homes, they don't be in our beds, they don't eat at our table. We don't feed them with things that then put the balance in our mouth. We don't kiss them, and so on. I guess I'm not sure it's the difference why folks do that in America and in Europe. But generally, these dogs and cats are scavengers, and they like scavenge. I mean, you feed them with all this nice canned stuff and all that. They get a chance, they're going for that dead stuff out there, because that is what they are. They are scavengers, and that appeals to them more. Can you imagine one of them telling the girlfriend, "Look now, I found a piece of meat that been dead out there like 5 days with worms all over and all this water running it. I'm gonna bring some here." And she say, "Yes, I know you love me. Yes, yes, yes." And then the next one say, "I have a nice can of this magic food from this." She ain't even studying it, because that's not what appeals to them. They were made to clean up the scavenge in the earth. And perhaps a lot of the disease in our realm are transferred from these animals, and so on. But I think the folly they're making also is that they're thinking that what they needed as a human and what they will give to the child as a human. Same thing the dog wants. A child, you have to play with the child, hold the child, touch the child, kiss the child, talk to the child, and do some things which that's not what animals need. I recall growing up, I see 2 donkeys making love, and the female donkey give the male donkey a kick on his jaw, and you hear bang, and he raises his nose and say, "Hey!" And then they go ahead and have sex and so on. That's the way they play. If he had kicked any human like that, that person could have died. You would break the jawbone, push some up into the brain, and you would die. We are fragile. All right. Maybe Adam and Eve could have, withstand those kind of things, because they were big and strong and everything else. And apart from these animals not in need of human affection and human sort of caressing and human kind of overt, things that we do to feel comfortable and help our children to grow up normally and so on. These, as I said with the donkey, kick the next one hard, and that is a love overture. I'm ready for you now. Hear this kick, bang. Lions, they play slapping each other, it's no problem. But and to me, like, they're playing with us as humans. If a lion slaps a human or a tiger, it'll break your neck off. I see they'll be biting each other, and they're playing. If they bite you like that, you could get harmed. The bacteria in the teeth could get in your skin, cause some kind of infection. Plus, you could cut some vein and cause you to have to go to the hospital. Depends if you bite your head, the next thing you know, you're gonna die. And so, to me, it looks very stupid to see people with dogs hugging up and holding a hand and walking around and all this kind of stuff. We live in a strange time, and we have to get real with ourselves and ask ourselves whether the attitudes we're developing are compatible with our status as a superpower, or this is some stupidity that is coming on that causes some serious harm in the future. So, so many different things coming down. People piercing themselves, people painting themselves up with tattoos and all that, dog loving, they want to work from home. So many stupid stuff people doing that I just perceive that people want to bring the world down on themselves. I think that what people ought to be doing now is working harder, sacrificing more. Even if you hear your bank is in financial trouble, don't run on the bank. Leave the bank alone. It'll work its way out of that financial situation. You're running it, it has to be liquidated, bankrupt. You lost your money, you get back some from the federal government. But with patience and understanding how the market works, how the banks work, would make such a difference. And living in a country like America where you have all these people with graduation, with degrees from big university and all that, economists, and yet they don't understand how the economy works, and they're operating like some novice. As soon as something happens, they're losing their mind, etc., etc. So it's fascinating to see how these people. Quite recently, this guy tied his dog by the tree, and this individual going to pet the dog, and the dog growled at him. He's going to bite him if he had kept it up. But yet other people are approaching him, and everything is good. Now I don't waste time with people and their dogs, man. I'm too busy. I prefer to give my time to some human. I don't like playing around with people's children, but some homeless guy around, give him a word of encouragement or something, call him by some good name. Hey, mister, hey, sir, hey, senator, to me, that's of more value than having some nice dog that people are going to talk about, and that I might be able to pick up some woman with, she like my dog, and then I let her play with the dog, and then I start asking some questions, then we continue walking on the road, and then the next thing we become, a couple of such. I don't need that. So be careful with all these dog stuff that people are going on with. I mean, it's an indication, just probably like Rome, before Rome went away, how people developed some real weird behaviors and some attitudes and some concepts. We need to be continually reevaluating what we do and teaching our children how to be strong, how to be superpower, how to stay and maintain